Hello and welcome to Matt's Casual Cooking. Today we are going to be making cinnamon coffee cake. A very fun dish that you can put together for any time of year, but especially around now during the holidays. So we're going to go over all the ingredients and how to put it together, and let's get to it.
All right, folks, so we're going to go over the ingredients that you're going to need today. Now, for starters, you're going to need 2 packs of active dry yeast. Now, to proof it, we're going to need 2 cups of lukewarm water, which is about 100 to 110 degrees. And then we're going to have to add to that water, once it's at around that temperature, a half a cup of sugar and 1.5 teaspoons of salt. Now you're going to want to set aside for this too 1 egg and 1/4 cup of either melted shortening or regular cooking oil. Now I'm using vegetable oil today. You can certainly use something else if you like, but that's kind of what I really like using a lot of the time. Now you are going to need 6.5 to 7 cups of flour. Now you will need to actually divide that and have at least 2 1/3 cup to 3 cups ready to go, and then the other I'm just kind of leaving in here for later. And then what you're going to want to set aside is a stick of butter, and we are going to melt that. You're also going to need 1.5 to 2 cups of brown sugar. You're going to need 2 to 3 teaspoons of cinnamon, and you're going to need 1 cup or more of chopped nuts. Now I'm using walnuts today. You can certainly use like pecans or almonds or really whatever suits your fancy. So we're going to go over the dough here in a minute, and I will see you then. Alright folks, so you can see our yeast is pretty well proofed at this point, and we are ready to go. So what I have in the first bowl, you're going to need a pretty big bowl. I have 3 cups of flour, and I've already poured in the oil and I've put the egg in. So all we're going to do is go ahead and add your yeast. And you're just going to want to combine initially, just give it a good stir. Give it a good stir. And then once that's done, you're doing a good stir, you want to go ahead and add the rest of your flour in to make the dough. So go ahead and do that, and then once you're done, I will see you at the next step. Alright folks, so the dough is well combined, so what you want to do now is you want to go ahead and lay it out on a pretty well floured surface. And you do want to keep some flour handy if you think you need to. So all we're going to do is take some flour. Your hands might be a little sticky at first, but that's okay. And we're just going to knead it together until smooth. So if you do need some more flour, go ahead. So go ahead and just do that. And then I will see you at the next step. Alright folks, so our dough is nice and smooth and a little elastic. And that's what you kind of want. You're going to be able to feel it as you're kneading it together. So go ahead, kind of form it into a ball. And then what you're going to do is you're going to take some sort of bowl, and you're going to want to grease it with oil and just kind of move it around. You don't want it like pooling at the bottom necessarily. And then all we're going to do is take it and kind of move it around. We want to also get the sides of the flour all oiled up as well. So now, set this in a warm spot and cover it with a cloth for about an hour or until it doubles in size. So I will see you then. Alright folks, so can see our dough is done, and this only took about 45 minutes actually to double in size, so it takes a little less than an hour. That's all right. So what we're going to do now is the stick of butter you want to go ahead and melt, and mix your cinnamon, brown sugar, and nuts together in a bowl. And you're going to want to get out either an angel food cake pan, or if you only have a bundt cake pan, that's fine for this as well. So here's what we're going to do. Is you're going to go ahead, take a piece of the dough, you don't have to roll it out, just needs to be about ping pong ball size. Go ahead and dip it in your butter, and then you're going to cover it with the sugar and nut and cinnamon mixture, and then you're just going to place it in your pan. Now we don't need to grease that because the ball's already being greased by the butter. So go ahead and add them, and you're going to want to try to alternate them in the pan as you're putting them in. So then once we're done, I will talk about the next step. Alright folks, you can see we are done here. Now if you need to melt another stick of butter, you can, depending on how much dough you have. I probably actually have a little too much dough, so I had to melt another stick to get the rest of it in. So what we're going to do is we're going to let it sit now for another hour before we cook it. That's going to give it a little time to actually kind of rise together and kind of combine. So after an hour, I will see you then. Alright folks, so it's actually only been about 20 minutes for this, and we're going to go ahead and cook it. So turn your oven to 350 degrees, and we're going to cook it for 45 minutes to an hour. So then once that's done, you're going to take it out, and you're going to let it cool for at least 30 minutes before serving. So go ahead and do that, and I will see you at the end. Alright folks, so you can see we are done. It's been about half an hour, and you can see the top is nice and crunchy, but if you push on it, the inside is kind of nice and soft, and that's really what you're looking for. So what you can do from here, if you want to like pull the pieces off and actually have people pull off what they want, you certainly can do that. Or if you want, you can kind of flip it over and cut it like a regular cake. It's entirely up to you. So if you enjoyed making this recipe today, like, subscribe, leave a comment below, and I want to thank you for watching. And I want to say take care, happy holidays, Merry Christmas, and I will see you later.